to see you.
Alright, Revenants, I guess we have to do the Lord of Thunder. So today we're gonna we're gonna look at this guy as his boss analysis entails here. And he is a little bit odd and different as compared to the Hellfire Knight and the Frozen Empress, so it'll be just a little bit of a strange oddity here as compared to those two, for sure. He's pretty simple overall. He's pretty basic in his weaknesses and his patterns and stuff. But the thing that really gets crazy about this guy is his attack pattern is completely erratic and completely RNG based. There's no standard pathing for his move pool. All of his moves are drawn from a huge pool, and he can use any of them at any time whenever he deems fit and worthy. So what we'll be running here first, we'll be running Queenslayer, remember, at 862. We'll be running the Argent Wolfblade at 930, and then we'll be running the Libertador at 549 and 905 on our charge shots. So we'll be checking Slash, Pierce, and Crush here at the beginning, and you'll kind of notice some different weird attacks that happen. He has two parts to his self, and they are his body and his butt, and then his face and his legs. So those are the two different portions. So there's 155. Just a second here. Let me. So they're 465. Oops. Okay. And let's see if we can get him in the face here. And come on. 465. Oh, come on. Go away number. 698. So 465 and 698 are our two numbers. And on his head and legs, he has a 10% slash resist. And on his body and butt, he's got a 40% slash resist. So pretty bad on the body and the butt if you're hitting him from the back. But if you're hitting him in the face or the legs, you get a pretty good return at only 10% slash resist overall. Now, that little bit of really extreme damage reduction we saw happens kind of in the core of his body, like right under his underbelly. Let's see here, 753. And so he's got a 10% slash resist, or sorry, 10% crush resist on his face. And let's check his hind quarters here. Okay, 753 still because we hit his leg. There we go. And 502. So on his butt and on the sides, on the body, you get that 40% reduction. There we go. Oh, and we died because he's absolutely ridiculous. So that jump flip, you never know when it's coming. Lucky for us, huh? Excuse me. Oh, he makes me choke. But yeah, this is really one of the worst bosses in the game that they could have devised. But he's just that ridiculous of a boss. But let's pick up our haze here, and let's check. Whoops, I didn't equip the Libertador. Okay, we'll be right back. So same for slash and crush, 10% on the head, 40% on the body and the butt. So it's in your best interest to just try and slap him in the face as much as you can, because that's where he has the least amount of resistance. And the nice thing is that because his face and his front legs kind of are always sticking out, you can fairly reliably hit his face and his front legs pretty much all the time. Now remember, 905, sorry, was our base damage, and we had a 724 there, and that 724 is the aft region, and there's 905 right into the face. So he's got a 0% resist to pierce on his head and legs, and then he's got a 20% resist to pierce, as you saw in the 724 there, to his body and the butt. So if we go up the back, we'll be able to see the 549 of the first piercing attack here go down by 55, and we'll be at 494 or whatever. we go. Oh, come on. Now, of all the bosses, he's the easiest to parry, which isn't saying a whole lot, but if I could get around to the back, there we go, 395. That was, yeah, that's the 20%, because we're reducing by 110 or whatever, and so that, yep, and 494 right there is our 0% resist on the face. So pretty good overall to go for Pierce. Definitely want to be going for Pierce into the face as much as possible. And so yeah, if you're going for some kind of shot or some kind of radiant barrel or something, you definitely want to hit him in the face or the front legs. Okay, so let's check his element resistances. I just kind of want to get this guy over with because I hate him that bad. Okay, so blood. Whoops. Oh. Okay, so 276 and 494. So he's got a 20% blood 20% blood resist on the face, as well as a 50% blood resist on the body and the butt, as you saw there in the 276. When we hit him in the back, he definitely took you know, a lot less damage at that point. And if you remember how physical and element resistances work, they work on different multipliers. How they operate with the interactions of the engagements here. So just take it for what it is. So 494, so 20% resist on the face, and if you notice there's 79. Whoops. And where is that 79? That is on the body here and the butt. If I can get him again, there we go. And that, my friends, is a 100% fire resist on the body and the butt in the back there. So definitely don't want to be going for fire in any way, shape, or form unless you can hit the head reliably overall. Now he does have two lock-on points, which you can choose to opt for, and so it's in your best interest to lock onto the front one as much as possible, because having 100% fire resist is pretty bad. Okay, so now we'll go for ice and 741, and I need the other number. Okay, 741, and let's come around to the back, and 513. So he's got a minus 30% ice resist on the head and the legs, and he's got a minus 10% resist on the body and the butt. So pretty ice pierce obviously is the way to go on this fella, because he doesn't have any pierce resist, and Merciless Reaper doesn't do anything for you unless you're hitting the body, which then Merciless Reaper would help you. But Merciless Reaper doesn't really do too well on this fella overall, unless you're going for like slash and crush. Okay, so for lightning, 148, that's a 90% lightning resist, and if we go for the back here, I need to get it correctly here. Okay, and 39. So that is absolutely crazy that he has 112% lightning resist on the body and the butt back there. So definitely don't want to, obviously, I guess more obvious than not, definitely don't want to be going for lightning. But Pierce Ice is the Pierce Ice on this fella is the way to go. Crush does pretty well because it puts him into stagger. So Crush, Ice, and Pierce would be the best way to go. Slash, Blood, Fire, Lightning, definitely don't want to be doing those. Now if you're going for a bayonet and you're going for a radiant barrel, this is pretty good. However, at the top max difficulty here, you can't one-shot him. You're left over with about 10,000 HP to kill, or about 8,000 HP to kill or so, because of his 20% blood resist on the face. And even though he has a 0% pierce resist on the face, you can't get any benefit out of Merciless Reaper, so it's not in your best interest to try that. But you can get him really close. We'll show you here at the end just how close you can get. But if you're going for anything, I'd definitely say Pierce Ice onto the face. So something like Hoarfrost Stream right into his face, Icarus Ice right into his face. Very, 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 very good. Ice Barrage right into the face would be excellent. Frost Wave right into the face would be excellent. So these are some really, really good Pierce Ice values here that you can go for. But you have to be hitting him in the face. If you're going for Merciless Reaper and going for the body and the back and stuff, then you can definitely make use of these still because of his minus 30% and minus 10% resist to ice, and so you get some really, really good benefit in that way. Okay, so if we look at his status effects here, you'll notice that it's exactly the same as the Frozen Empress, and he's only susceptible to poison damage and immune to the rest of them. And you'll notice there, only poison shows up. So good to know that as we continue our little adventure here with our boy. And at max difficulty here, not 10 plus, not plus 10 difficulty, but at max star difficulty, he has 106,000 HP. At 0 star, he has 76,200 HP. And at max difficulty plus 10 difficulty, he has 185,200 HP. So he definitely is about kind of the easiest in regards to his health pool as compared to the other two DLC bosses. And the Frozen Empress just takes the cake at plus 10 difficulty at 321,800 HP. That's just absolutely bananas. But this boy is pretty huge overall with just his crazy RNG attack patterns. Okay, so if we take a look here at kind of the full summary, so yeah, slash 10% head and legs, 40% on the body and the butt. Crush, same thing. Pierce, 0%, yep, 20% on the body and the butt. So definitely want to be going for the face at all times, paired up with as much ice as you can possibly go for. You definitely don't want to be doing lightning, probably don't want to be doing fire, and most likely not doing any blood if you can help it. Here you can see his HP listings as well. So make sure you figure out which level of difficulty you are on, and that will help you decide and determine what you should be going for in order to damage him. So kind of to give you an example, at 0 star, if you are going for like the pipe challenge and you're trying to go against him at like level 1 or something, you're basically fighting level 1 Oliver at max difficulty. So Oliver Collins at max difficulty has around 76,000 HP. I think it's like 79,000 or something like that. So it kind of is reminiscent of fighting like a max difficulty boss at 0 star, and which is absolutely crazy. So that's when he's the most crazy. And you'll see here at max difficulty, it's impossible to one-shot the boy, even with you know, max level buffs here and everything, with you know, in regard to just how crazy this guy goes. But this can be a really good way to get the Thunderbolt Bayonet, because the Thunderbolt Bayonet is absolutely worth your time getting through here with this guy. It's absolutely worth it. Okay, let's go for this. Good, one more. And remember, we need to do 106,000 damage, but because of his 20% blood resist in the face, we'll see if we can get both attacks here. So there's the basically the 50% shot. Oh, the 50% damage. Oh, come on, this guy. He's absolutely ridiculous. That's the 50% blood resist there, as you could see, and we didn't get him below half health, unfortunately, and so that's how you know that you're not able to actually one-shot him at max difficulty, because if you were able to, um, you know, take away that 50%
Everything ready?
reduction, then you would still be uh, lacking a little bit in your damage. But if we
All else
that's the
fails.
worst thing he can do is actually that side creep to the
Got
right
this.
or
Heal.
left, because you can't hit him directly in the face anymore. You need him to run at you, and if he runs at you, then you can get a good shot on his noggin, and then you can get a reliable fire shot right into his face. But again, because you can't actually one-shot the guy at max difficulty, it kind of is pretty sad that way overall. Okay, here he comes. No, he keeps ruining everything. And because his attack move pool is so RNG based, there's no way to know what he's actually going to do, how many times he's going to run around, when he starts his stun phase, when he transitions
That's a good
into another
idea.
run around. The guy just literally is just a crapshoot at best, to just kind of check
You're
and
ready.
hope that you're gonna get him
Watch your
on a
health.
good day. And yeah, so it's kind of ridiculous, but he's the only boss that is really like this in Vayne. There's really no other boss like him, which is not really a good thing, because if there was a precedent for really obnoxious, annoying bosses in the game and stuff, then I would say he's okay. But since he's absolutely a little teeny tiny bit better than the Frozen Empress. Oh, come on, stop moving. Uh, he just doesn't want to behave. And see, everything, all of his openings are completely RNG. He goes left, he goes right, he jumps, he runs, he does it all, and there's no way to manipulate him really, except with Icarus Ice. That has a pretty good way to manipulate him overall. But really, from kind of just
All
first
else
glance here,
fails.
there's really no way to actually get him into
Don't give in so easily.
a steady, nice, known manipulated pattern in order to get a correct setup on him. But if you're not on max difficulty, this absolutely can shoot him in the face and kill him, or in the front legs, so on and so forth. And if you've seen Red Army's video from the Frozen Empress that I put out, you would see that he was absolutely. Oh, stop! Uh, yeah, this guy, he just will not give it up. But come on, I just want to get the one shot right into the face here. But yeah, this is why I don't particularly like this kind of a boss, because it's based on RNG. It's not based on skill. It's never been about skill with this guy. It's always been about you know, how lucky you get,
You're ready.
and how just how many different openers he has, and hopefully you get one that's in your favor. And then if it's in your favor, then you'll probably have a pretty good run with him. But if it's not, then you'll have a really miserable time with him overall, because he's completely RNG based, and it's really annoying. But not all RNG bosses, right, are annoying. Oh my goodness. He's absolutely driving me nuts, and yeah, I've tested this so many times. I've got him to run right at me, shoot him in the face, and you know, attack him once or twice, and then he's done. And now that we're trying to show you guys what's going on here with him in his
That's a
boss
good idea.
analysis, he's just not gonna play nice. But that's why Radiant Barrel is actually really good for him. Whoops, because it does pierce.
Got
So
this.
it's
Help me
really,
heal.
really, really good, because you're not having to deal with his any kind of pierce resistance or anything. But the fact of the matter is Radiant Barrel is a blood gift, and so you have to deal with that 20% or the 50% overall um, blood damage that
All else
you have to
fails.
deal with. And since it's such a huge reduction on the amount of damage that you do, you know, it really is pretty bad. Okay, here he comes. Now he's gonna run. Okay, there we go. And you can see there the amount of damage difference that it does. You can get that at long distance. He's just not interested in playing nice today by any means. But that's the difference between hitting him in the face and the difference between hitting him in the body. And you can see when he does his little sidestep creeper, move, then you're never gonna hit him in the face. Wow, look at that, 21,800,009. That's kind of an interesting number. So yeah, that can still work out pretty well for damage wise and everything, but it's still not enough to actually take him over the edge and kill him. So kind of unfortunate that way. But if we um, check out all of these things, what it amounts to is that you want to go for Pierce Ice, and so probably want to do something like this in certain kind of instances here, and you should be okay to, constantly damage the guy, to take him down pretty easily and pretty quickly. And since you don't need Merciless Reaper, let's see here. Since you don't need Merciless Reaper, you could probably go for something like Cognitive Zeal or Dark Shout, and go for some of those big damage increases in that way. And here, if we went for something like White Mia and got our casts off very, very fast, and have double gift extension and so on and so forth. What do we even have here? Okay, and we would want to go for, yeah, probably this. And can I get a pipe? 83. Okay. 72. Yeah, that's fine. And so if you were to go for something like this, it would be a great way to actually, go about damaging him, while at the same time getting really good damage overall out on the guy, regardless of what he's doing. Now, this obviously can work to your advantage very well overall and everything, just because of supernatural blood and everything, Field of Thirst working together here in tandem for some really good synergy. But again, Pierce Ice, and good. We'll go for this, and we'll go for this. Okay. And you'll see here that Icarus Ice kind of puts him into place there, and it kind of makes him stay seated for a second there. Okay, and you can see that it does pretty well here overall. Ouch, we got hit. Ouch. 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 Thanks, Mia. Oh, okay. Yeah. And this guy just, he just doesn't want to play nice ever. But you can see how Pierce Ice makes very quick work of him overall. And if you can keep up the Field of Thirst and everything for a pretty good amount of time, you can really take him out very quickly, and really have no real problems overall, if we would have just been a little bit quicker there. So we're normal. So probably if we go for hasten here, so we don't have to rely on a mobility enhancer, that'll give us 10% more damage on our stuff. So if we try this again, and you can see that the power of supernatural blood and Field of Thirst here, paired up with ourselves and everything, it makes for some really good damage, and at the same time having really good I-core recovery and everything in between, just because of the fact that you're able to stagger him kind of over and over. Now if you had Crush Ice as well, that would go very well as well. Ouch. Okay. And if we can hit him with Pierce Ice kind of all over the place, not just in the face or the butt or something, then we should be okay. And you can put him down pretty quickly. Now, if we wouldn't have gotten hit there, then we would have been okay. But again, we're at max difficulty here, and so that's 106,000 damage that we go through there pretty quickly, pretty easily, and it's a really good way to actually put him down. And the Sub-Zero Shroud you can get at level 1, and so you're able to pick this up and have access to this amount of, not exactly this amount of power because you don't have scaling, and you can see here the scaling power super comes from the ability here to have willpower at an S, while at the same time having, you know, the highest willpower in the game here, because even something like these guys, these are down in the 1500s, and 1539, you know, that's still almost 200 dark power less, which is a huge amount. But yeah, you can go through this guy pretty quick, if you're looking to just, you know, get through him. This is a pretty good build to go through it because it's Pierce Ice, and the only thing Merciless Reaper would help you with is if you're hitting the body. But since most of the time you're hitting his legs or his head with Icarus Ice and Hoarfrost Stream, you're able to move through him pretty quickly because of his minus 30% ice resist. Okay, we did the Lord of Thunder. Good grief. If there's any other bosses that we need to cover, just kind of let me know, because they're all side bosses and stuff, like the Mud Draugr and different guys. They're not real actual bosses. We've covered all of them so far. So if you want to see like Boreal Brutes and the different guys, like the Blood Knights over there, or different things, we can go through those guys in detail. But that concludes the boss analysis list, and we finally did the Lord of Thunder, so, and the Frozen Empress as well. Oh man, I just hate these two so much, but at least you guys know exactly what you should be going for and what you're looking for when you get into each and every boss here in Vayne. And happy hunting, and good luck to you all.